What's up guys, my name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. In today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how to use the new Hybrid Ceramic, how to use the Hybrid Solutions Ceramic Acrylic Black Polish out in the sun. Let's give it a try. All right guys, now the sun may go in and out. It's kind of partly cloudy right now, but it's actually starting to get a little hot and a little humid, and I do have sun directly on the panel. So let's try out the new black polish on the panel and see how it responds. Now, first off, the panel here, you can see it's in direct sunlight. It is just a little bit dusty. So I am going to use their quick detailer just to wipe it down. All right, so that's cleaned up. So it does have some swirling. It's not horrible because I did polish this panel a while ago, but I want to see how this stuff applies in the sun. I'm going to use the orange pad that I had used before. I already used it once. If you want to check out the video where we polished one of the back panels, click up there in the card. So let's see how it responds on a pretty warm panel in direct sunlight. So we're going to shake up the product just a little bit, and then we're going to apply just 3 small drops, not too much. And let's just apply it to, let's say, this section right here. Put it on speed 4. Okay. It's a little bit easier to remove once you work the product in. Still a little bit of haziness down there. This paint is really soft. So instead of using water, I'm going to spray the quick detailer instead and wipe away any residue. That seems to work really well. Now I have a separate blue towel here that I'm not worried about getting any type of staining on, so I'm not worried about that. It does do well in the sun. It's still pretty warm. So it removed a lot of the defects that were in there. It's going to leave small stuff, but that's all right. It's not a big deal. So I have defects and swirls down here, but the area we just polished, it did a really good job. It has really bad defects here. You can see this is a bad paint job. Really bad paint job. There's dust nibs everywhere. But it responded really well to the polish, even out in the sun. So not bad at all. So I still have sun on the panel, so I'm going to try out the black spray wax and see how it does in the sunlight. So I'm just going to flip the towel inside out, so get a fresh side. Shake up the black spray wax. I'm going to apply it onto the towel and apply it right in the sun. Let it sit there for a little bit. It will haze just a little bit on the panel, and just let it kind of sit in the sun. Let's see what it does in about 30 seconds. So it's been about a minute, and it may not like the sunlight. I'm going to spray it on, over apply it a little bit, and just see what it does. So I just used a spritz of water, and it does help in removing any residual residue, and that's okay. So this stuff doesn't quite like the sun, but the polish was actually okay to use in the sun. So that's pretty good. Maybe just use a little bit of water with this to remove it. You could use water with this to remove it as well, but probably stay out of the sun with these products to get the best results. but I like to break the rules a little bit and see how it responds for mobile detailers, because that's what I am. Super glossy, nice and slick. Check out the water beading with just water. Look at that. The beads are incredible. So that's with an application of the black polish, along with an application of the black spray wax. And this is right away. So I didn't wait 24 hours to apply the spray wax, just so I can show you what the beading looks like. Allow it to fully cure 24 hours inside a garage, or if it's outside and you can't help it, then just let it sit. Don't wash it. If it rains, it's okay. Water's not going to affect its durability, but it dries off the panel with ease, and now you have a super glossy and slick protected surface, even in the sun. So I'm going to switch out to just a black finishing pad, because this paint really is soft, and I'll use this kind of like a finishing polish. So just 2 pea-sized drops like that, and I'll go over the section again. So like before, just a spritz of water, and it helps in removing any light residue. Interesting, okay. So the polish responds much better on softer paint with a black polishing pad. So switch up the pads when you need to. So guys, awesome results with the polish and wax, even in the sun. True, it's a little finicky to work in the sun, but again, it wasn't designed to do that. Work on a black vehicle in a garage if you're going to be using this product along with its counterpart, the black spray wax. However, you can make it work. For you mobile detailers like ourselves, you can make this work out in the sun on a black car that is pretty hot. So it worked really well. The only thing you need to remember is use a spritz of water to wipe away some of the residue. It actually responded pretty good even with the initial wipe off, but with the Hybrid Solutions line, even with their regular polish and wax, you need to use a little bit of water to activate it on the panel and to remove the rest of the residue. It's not that big of a deal. The products work really, really well. In fact, depending on the paint, you may not even need to use any water at all. With black, finicky, soft paint like my poor Avalon here, this scratches and swirls so easily. After a couple of washes, even doing so gently, it still starts to accumulate some light swirls and marring just from touching the surface. So when dealing with any type of soft and finicky paint, it's going to be difficult. So you need to learn how to switch out your pads, not use such an aggressive pad. You might need to switch it to a black finishing pad or a blue finishing pad, something that is not going to be as aggressive. So switch it up as you go along from vehicle to vehicle, because things will change as you go from vehicle to vehicle. Car paint will change, your conditions will change outside as well. So for mobile detailers, keep all of those points in mind. But with all of that said, working outdoors directly in the sun, it produced incredible results. I am very impressed using this stuff out in direct sunlight on a black hot panel. Now for the spray wax, this doesn't really like being applied on a hot panel like this. If you are going to use it, you may need to wipe it on, wipe it off almost immediately, and again, use just a little spritz of water if you need, or a damp towel to wipe away any of the residue if that still remains. And the Hybrid Solutions line itself is designed to work with heat, so it will dissipate. If you do see any residue, don't worry about that, or any streaking, because it's simply just an over application of product. That's why it plays well with water. This is just going to remove that top layer of extra residue or extra product. It's still going to leave the base layer of SiO2 protection on your paint. So after everything is cured, 24 hours, if you still have a little bit of streaking or residue, don't be concerned about it. You can simply just use water to wipe it down, or the next time you wash it, it will be completely streak free. So don't worry about that. But again, guys, check out the results on the panel. It looks fantastic. I am very, very impressed with it working out in the sun. And again, for you mobile detailers, pick up some of the Hybrid Solutions, both their polish and wax and their black polish. Dedicate this to black cars, but you can use this stuff on any color, and it works really well in the heat. In fact, this video is not over. Let's give it a try on this panel right here. So let's work with this panel right here. That is nice and swirled, and it's in direct sunlight, and it is pretty hot. Not super hot, but definitely enough to try out the product and see how it responds. So we're going to use the Hybrid Solutions regular polish and wax, polish this section out, and see how it responds in direct sunlight on a black vehicle. I'm going to use only 2 pea-sized drops on an orange medium cutting pad. We're going to go at speed, between speed 4 and 5. And the wipe off really wasn't too bad at all. That's direct sunlight and heat. And that actually wiped off fairly easy. That looks incredible. So if you use just a light touch with the microfiber towel, it flashes away, and that looks incredible. That looks pretty awesome, just for a single stage, a one step. So you can see if you wait just a few seconds, it actually flashes off any of that residue. And if you just don't like to see a little bit of that residue right there, you can use just a little spritz of water, or you can use the quick detailer. I like to use just a spritz of water, and it does aid in removing any of that residue. And once that flashes away, look how nice that looks. That looks really nice. So that's the ceramic polish and wax. And if you want to top it, you can. You can use the ceramic black spray wax to top this. In fact, I'm just curious. Let's see what it looks like if we apply it in direct sunlight. Spread it around. I'm going to remove it pretty much right away, and any of the residue, I'll use this towel. It might stain a little bit. No, not really. Okay, well that's nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now those are awesome results. So any of that light smeary residue that you get, don't worry about it. Just use a little bit of water and it will go away. So that's direct sunlight on a black panel using both the spray black wax and the ceramic polish and wax. So guys, you can use these products together along with the black spray wax. So experiment with them. Try them out on different vehicles in direct sunlight like this with different pads. This orange pad was an old CCS pad. Doesn't have a ton of bite to it left, but it was perfect for the polish and wax on this. That is awesome. So guys, you can use these products in conjunction with one another. So if you're not getting the results that you want with the black polish out in the sunlight on black finicky paint, then switch over to the polish and wax, switch over your pads to maybe a lighter polishing pad. Remember, use just a little spritz of water. It's good to cool the panel with water anyway. So if you have to work in direct sunlight like this on a black car with finicky paint, these products will work great. Just make sure to have proper method. Okay guys, so what do you think? now that I got a chance to use the products in some heat, some humidity, on a black vehicle that's finicky, the paint is soft on my Avalon, so it's a real pain to take care of. But these products came through. So using the black polish, again, this might be a little finicky in direct sunlight on a black vehicle, but you can make it work. Just remember to use that trick of using a spritz of water or a damp microfiber towel. I just like using a spritz of water. I always have a 32-ounce bottle of water with me. You want it distilled, but if you don't have it distilled, don't worry about that. You're wiping it right off anyway. And same goes with their spray wax. You can apply it, as you saw, on a black panel in direct sunlight and heat, and it still performs really well. So again, your results may vary depending on your weather conditions, the type of paint that you're dealing with. Some paints are going to be so soft that it doesn't matter what polish you use or what spray wax or what towels you use. It's simply going to swirl and scratch just because you're looking at it. So don't let that overwhelm you or deter you. Get some of these products. They will perform extremely well, and simply use good technique. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to pick up the products, check out the links down below. You can pick up the new black polish and wax, as well as their entire line of the Hybrid Solutions products. Loving these products so much. And guys, if you want to get into polishing, pick up an entry-level polisher. This one is from Max Shine, and this thing is a beast. It's very powerful, and yet it only costs $90. Even with the throw, it's not considered a long throw machine like the Rupes and the other Max Shine polishers that they have. This is a perfect entry-level polisher for any beginner. It has tons of power, and it's very user-friendly. So that's what I used today, and as you saw, it produced amazing results. So guys, if you want to get into polishing, let me know down below. I would love to start a basic series with polishing. I already have some videos out on polishing, but I'd like to start with a machine like this and show you all the ins and outs, how to hold it, how to get the best out of it, what you can use this machine for. Paint corrections, paint enhancements, or simply wax and sealant applications. So thank you guys for watching. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time these videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great week. Take care. Guys, so it has cured over 24 hours, and I'm going to use CarPro Eraser and just give it a wipe down with CarPro Eraser just to see if it eliminates any filling capabilities. So now it still looks awesome. That's just some lint left over from the towel. Does it have filling capabilities? Sure it does. But it still looks amazing. That was just the one step. Now let's go over to this panel that we also corrected. And I also just sprayed it down with a wipe down. And yeah, it still looks awesome. You have a little bit of this haze here, but that can be refined even more. Yep. So does it do correction? It certainly does. Yeah, it certainly does. That's pretty awesome. So compared to down here, where it's a big swirly mess, up to here, where we used the black polish and black wax. And that's after a wipe down with CarPro Eraser.